2022 hath arrived, which means new games are being released in large numbers, with January and March being particularly busy. This list of forthcoming games isn't thorough, but it does showcase some of the most anticipated titles for 2022. So without further ado, start making your wish list, and make sure to watch the entire video to find out which game might be at the top of your list. First we have Pokemon Legends Arceus. Pokemon Legends Arceus, the first open-world Pokemon game, has surely created quite a stir among fans. You'll be visiting Sinnoh in a unique quest to establish the region's first Pokedex, set far before any of the series' previous entries. Collecting Pokemon would be as straightforward as tossing a Pokeball at them while creeping up on them in the open, resulting in instant combat. It's the Pokemon game that we've all wished for. The latest Pokemon game has been branded as the series' response to Breath of the Wild, which is a bit of a stretch. When the camera pans out across a huge watercolor painting style landscape in the first teaser, with piano notes glittering in the background, it's difficult to not think of it as possibly the best game to come to the Nintendo Switch. While the Hisui area in Pokemon Legends Arceus is unlikely to equal Hyrule in terms of open world excitement, it does appear to be a fantastic location for the most fascinating Pokemon journey in ages. In turn-based combat, you'll still strive to capture them all, but instead of earning your path through a number of gym bosses in a world where trained fighting Pokemon are the norm, Legends is centered in a past era when Pokemon are still a mystery. It's up to you to go into the wild to collect and investigate as many Pokemon as you can, completing the region's first Pokedex in the process. If you've been looking for a Pokemon game that deviates from the norm, this may be it, and it's coming out soon. Next up, Rainbow Six Extraction. We're now very close to Rainbow Six Extraction's debut, which was previously known as Rainbow Six Quarantine. The name was changed for very good reasons, of course. The game features cooperative multiplayer gameplay in which you must collaborate with your squad to battle and kill the Archaeans, a parasite-like extraterrestrial. Rainbow Six Extraction is based on the Rainbow Six Siege Outbreak limited time game mode. Outbreak was initially released in 2018 and was well received by the community. It abandoned Siege's grounded, realistic style in favor of a more high-concept approach. Instead of going all SWAT on a gang of highly armed terrorists, R6 agents would have to deal with an alien invasion. Extraction adheres to the same design ideas. You'll still use tactics, and your operator and weapon loadout selection will be crucial, but it'll be more about completing the mission than racking up a big kill streak. Now we have Dying Light 2 Stay Human. Some pairings are simply timeless. Among them are zombies and parkour. To be explicit, the zombies in Dying Light 2 Stay Human aren't parkour masters in the first place. In this long-awaited successor to the acclaimed first-person action RPG, Dying Light, the whole game is about what protagonist Aiden Caldwell depends on to avoid becoming breakfast for the undead. The game's concentration on traversal to escape death is demonstrated by the 3,000 parkour movements developer Techland claims it is included in the game. Dying Light 2 Stay Human is set in a massive open area in Europe known simply as the City. You can always pull out your shotgun if you manage to wall leap directly into a scum of zombies. Next on our list is Sifu. Since it was initially introduced during one of Sony's State of Play live streams at the start of 2021, everybody had their eyes on this aesthetically appealing beat-em-up. Set in modern-day China, the majority of your time with Sifu will be spent mastering the game's third-person martial arts combat system, which demands the player to consider positioning and how to effectively use their surroundings to win against the odds. If it's as much fun to play as it is to look at, this could be one of the best games of the year. You play as a teenage kung fu student seeking vengeance for his family's death. The game revolves around a unique maturing concept in which you may barter your life to try again and learn from your mistakes if you did something wrong. However, if you live too long, you will die and have to restart your life. Up next, Gran Turismo 7. A recent video for Gran Turismo 7 revealed vehicle models that were so lifelike you could practically smell the gasoline, as well as hints at the return of ultra-geeky customization choices, including stuff from engines to cosmetics. Gran Turismo 7 will draw themes from around the franchise, according to PlayStation Studios' Herman Holst, and it will be incredible to see what a series known for its aesthetic standards can accomplish with the PS5's capability. It seems unusual that we'll have to wait well over a year for the new Gran Turismo game to be added to the PS5's catalog. Gran Turismo 7 was supposed to be one of Sony's major 2022 exclusives, but like so many other games, it didn't make it out in 2021, making it one of Sony's largest 2022 exclusives. The long-running racing series' 7th installment is also coming to PS4, but it's a succeeding version, so it'll probably run better on the PS5, which has support for real-time ray tracing, decreased loading times, 3D audio, and DualSense functionality, which we're most excited to see in action. Now we have Starfield. Starfield's Bethesda's first new IP in 25 years is so shrouded in mystery and profundity right now that we're not sure whether it'll even be released on current generation of gaming hardware. What we do know is that it's an open-world space RPG that Bethesda has been focusing on for years. Sadly, there's very little information available about the game, but at the very least, the studio is gracious enough to acknowledge its legitimacy after so many rumors going around in the gaming industry. Starfield offers complete player control and should include all the team has learnt from games like Fallout and The Elder Scrolls. Skyrim available in space? We'd gladly give up 200 hours of our life in exchange. Considering Bethesda's track record, Starfield is one of the most promising exciting games of the future, and gamers can't wait to play it, even though it won't be available until next-gen consoles are released. Next on the list, God of War Ragnarok. The 2018 relaunch of the over-the-top and grandiose action-adventure franchise featuring the fallen demigod Kratos was a phenomenal success, and developer Sony Santa Monica Studios aims to release God of War Ragnarok sometime in 2022. The latest trailer for God of War Ragnarok has rocked the internet, showing Kratos and a substantially larger Atreus dealing with family conflict while fighting Freya, Thor, and the imminent Ragnarok. Eric Williams has taken up directorial responsibilities from Cory Barlog, and the plot will follow a father and son as they travel to new worlds such as Vanaheim, Svartalheim, and Asgard, where they will encounter new characters such as Angrboda and Odin. The Norse story of God of War will come to a close with this installment. Now, Lord of the Rings Gollum. Daedalic Entertainment's The Lord of the Rings Gollum is a perspective adventure for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and PC. It will revolve around Middle-earth's native Gollum, with his intellect and divided personality playing crucial parts in the game. You'll get a sense of what it's like to become the dual-personality fictional character with scaling skills, stealth tactics, and actions that reflect the various facets of Gollum's nature. The choices you make along the way will have an influence on the delicate imbalance between his two personas. Based on a preliminary look at the gameplay, we know the plot will follow Gollum from his days as a slave beneath the Dark Tower to his encounters with the elves of Mirkwood. Up next, Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. The long-awaited Avatar game, now dubbed Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, was eventually shown at E3 2021, and Massive Entertainment is working on it in collaboration with Lightstorm Entertainment and Disney. The game will be a new separate adventure in which you play as a Na'vi and go over the western frontier, a previously unexplored section of Pandora. This is a first-person action-adventure game featuring a living and reacting planet that is battling the RDA's strong troops. Another for the list is Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection regrettably isn't a new entry in Naughty Dog's game action-adventure series, but it does provide the ideal reason to go through two of its finest games again, debuting just ahead of the Uncharted movie adaptation reaching theaters. Uncharted 4: A Thief's End and Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, both rebuilt for PS5 and including both 60 frames per second and 100 frames per second graphics settings, along with spatial audio and DualSense features that are all a part of the Legacy of Thieves collection. Those who already possess the PS4 titles will need to spend £10 to upgrade, and those who have the disc copies will have to insert them every time they play. This implies that people with a digital-only PS5 will not only be able to upgrade at a discounted price. It's unfortunate for all of us who would really like to relive classics, but if you haven't played either game yet, this is without a doubt the best way to do so. Thanks for sticking around till the end of the video. See you next time!